Hi everyone, it's Rita. I wanted to leave a video here about the Akash. Um, it used to be known as the fifth element or ether, and it's sort of the space between spaces. And what we know that space to be more or less is energy. And then some people say, I always say vibration because that's how Dr. Linda Howe references it. As a vibrational history of you, because everything's energy and vibration. So when I use her pathway prayer process, I use your name as your known and your legal name, and it hones in on you, and I'm able to connect and bridge into your Akash and your Akashic records. So everything your soul has ever done has been recorded. It's called the Book of Life in the Bible, and we can go into that space and ask for guidance. And to give you an example that's not my personal reading, but somebody else's reading, there was a woman that had fallen in love with this guy, and everything was going well. They got married, he moved into the house, and then it just started to all unravel. And she didn't know if she was going to need to get a divorce or not. And she came for a reading. And I've learned not to hold back. If I hear anything in the reading, typically I hear guidance for a person. So it's not about futuristic stuff. It's like, why is this happening? How can I work on this? A health issue, relationship, finance. I'm thinking of creating a new business. You know, how can I get guidance on that? What kind of guidance can I get while I'm in there? You know, you ask kind of specific, but not too specific questions, and you'll get guidance based on from a place knowing of you where you've been loved throughout your existence. And so it's really beautiful energy and great guidance. And so my friend heard something about like the studio or the garage. And so she just said, they're mentioning the studio or garage. And the woman sat there for a minute and thought, I used to paint in my spare time. And she goes, we put our luggage, it became extra storage, the little studio behind the house. So she called my friend a couple weeks later, maybe a month later, and said, I went in there and I cleaned all that stuff out and I started painting again. And my relationship has flourished. So things like that. Edgar Casey was considered the sleeping prophet. He went into the Akash, but from a trance state. So those readings had to be interpreted. Most of the people that came to see him, this is at the beginning of, like, this is the 1930s, I think, 1940s, 1920s. 80% of the people that came to him were coming with health issues. So he recorded, those readings were all recorded, and it actually became the foundation for a holistic hospital in Virginia Beach, because 80% of those readings were around health things. I got drawn to the Akashic Records over 10 years ago, and I have learned from Dr. Linda Howe, and who was the first person to get her doctorate in Akashic Studies, how to read the Akashic Records. I use her pathway prayer process to access someone's records with their permission, and I feel a vibrational shift in my body. And it's a space that there's the lords of the records that protect all that information, and there've never been an embodiment, and then there are masters and teachers that have, like, and light beings, and some have been an embodiment and some haven't, like the Buddha and Jesus. And then loved ones were people that knew you in this lifetime that have transitioned, that are continuing to support your journey. When they come through with guidance for you, they don't self-identify. And more, there's less stuff necessarily about past lives. It's really just about, unless you ask something specific, it's really just about guidance and from a place where you are known and loved. So I've been doing these readings for a long time. I'm going to be teaching a class. I haven't actually gathered anyone together yet, but if you're interested in the class, give me your email in message, or email me at smilecitrine@protonmail.com. smilecitrine@protonmail.com. And I've got a bunch of people that I did readings for that have kind of an interest in learning how to access their Akash. I think it would be a great tool for coaches to have. And I may try to make a class online that is downloadable. So for some people that are okay being filmed for it, I'll do a discount, or maybe even make it free. And it requires 2 full days and almost a half day. So we can divide those up, or however we need to do it. But I will be doing a Zoom call with a lot of people and give you more information on that. So if you send me your email, if you're interested, I'll do that. I'll put you on the list and we'll Zoom. And then if you can't make the Zoom, I'll send the recording to you. Right now this month, I've got readings on sale for $144. I've priced them in the past, sometimes over $300, just depending on my schedule and what I'm being told from my Akashic records. So being told next month they'll be $175. If you can't make this month, but you really want to do a reading, reach out to me, because I'd be willing to, if finances are an issue, give you the $144 rate for the 60-minute reading. Sometimes it can take a couple readings to really dig through something, but sometimes you really get what you need in one reading. And I would say that's the majority of people. What else can I say about the Akashic Records? It's a beautiful place to go into. It's a place where you're known and loved through all your lifetime. So it's just really beautiful energy for me to connect into. And I'd be honored to do a reading with you. I'm in Sedona, Arizona. So right now on Pacific time, if that's a consideration. And I do some readings on the weekends. Just when you email me, let me know your schedule. And I'll see what's available, and I'll let you know if I can't do a weekend or whatever, what I've got available during the week. I mostly do the readings during the day because I'm moving a lot of energy in that space. And so I don't usually do them late in the evening or anything. So trying to think of what else you might, if you've got any other questions about the Akash or an Akashic reading or a class, just leave comments below and I'll get back to you. And again, my email is smilecitrine, like the crystal, @protonmail.com. And I also started a film project that I've been working on out here in Sedona, Arizona. We've got a few more interviews to do. We may do some more filming, but maybe not. I mean, we've done a lot of filming to see. It was really around how the energy field around the body changes. That's how it began. And it really has gotten to this knowing that we do not cease to exist. You know, our soul energy goes on. The people that you love are around you, trying to support you and love on you. So just engage them. They wait for you to engage them. And I can ask my mom, who passed in 2016, for a hug, and I feel the outer layer of my body tingle a certain way, different from how I do with how it tingles with intuition. So, and if I can support you in your journey, let me know. I may do some coaching. I haven't really decided what that looks like yet, but blessings and love to you, and thank you for sharing my work.